Hello everyone, Sunson2, welcome to another mod overview, this time on Fluid System. A mod that simply adds in a bunch of blocks for making a tank, importing or exporting fluids, and yeah, certain other forms of piping, inputs and outputs, interface, and block to expand the capacity. So, we'll go through pretty much whatever I can. So now I don't know the actual limit at which you can have tank capacity or certain other things, and I don't know of the mod that adds the small tank there. So I'm just gonna have to go with what we can here for blocks, but obviously we'll see what we can do. So first up, you want a tank block controller, which is made simply with a tank block, which is just green dye, iron ingot, and honeycomb. And tank blocks seem to be used for everything, it seems. Yeah. But we'll move obviously back to the controller, which is made like so. And this would be what you want to make your tank. So you can make it just like so to start off with, and obviously it stores nothing. So you've just got one block and that's it. And if you add a tank block to the side, you can keep expanding it like so, and it seems that I assume it will expand by 160 each time. Yeah, so quite a lot for pretty much, instead of just say 16,000 or 16 buckets, it's 160 buckets. So yeah, quite good for a start. Otherwise, we'll check some of the other stuff out with my existing one that I was testing to see if there was like a limit of 256 or something else, but it seems like I could probably keep going with this forever. Even though I assume there is a limit, I just don't know. So, let's see. Next we'll go with these ones. So you've got your, I assume this is an input one, I have to try and format it, here we go. You've got the input pipe, which is simply just a tank block and a bucket. Then you've got a output, which is just that and water. So water below and tank block, and then bucket above and tank block. So this will obviously be your input and output, sorry, insert and extract sort of thing. So if we just go with, say, our own smaller one, because for example we just want to send between stuff, and since I don't have the small ones here, it'll probably be the closest I can do to sort of demonstrate it. But if we just go with, for example, here, and we go with here, we'll just get a pipe in between, I think, yes. Or am I missing something? Yeah, I might have it the wrong side, that might be why. Here we go. So we'll just do that, and do this, here we go. Okay, so if we do this, that's in there, that's not done anything yet. I don't think it's a thing where it'll have it just as leftover. It'll have a remainder sitting there. No, so that's just not doing anything. So we may or may not need a lever, I assume, to output these. Interesting. I did place the correct one, didn't I? Let's see. Oh wait, got the wrong one. Haven't I? Input. That's what I want. That would make a lot more sense because I'm sending it out. No? Oh, come on. No, nope. There we go. That's what I want. So we got our 2 in there. That's not doing anything. Interesting. What have I done wrong? Interface? Optimize use withdraw and okay, so you'll probably need an interface, which is like so, and then we can do that. So you've got still something in there. Okay, come on, what have we got here? You don't connect with pipes at all. Okay, I'm going to put actual tank blocks here so it actually has something to store instead of a lack of anything that actually exists. There we go, so that's fine. Let's see. Do I need the interface connecting to the actual controller though, maybe? That's what I'm missing? Possibly? Let's see. So we break you, connect you up to here. On the input side. No. Alright. Come on, get in there, thanks. Alright. Nothing even. Nothing at all. I'm assuming it's supposed to be a whole input system from an output to the next system, not the other. Let's see. This is only from smaller ones to the bigger one, maybe? Not that that technically should matter, but either way. I think I've got it right. It's got to be one of the two. It's like this is the input into the system, and that's outputting from the system, or the other way around, where it's you do that and then output to the other. But again, I have no idea at all, so I can only guess really what the case is here. Either way, we won't dwell on it too long because obviously there is other features to look into. Let's see, here we go. Yes, I know there is no control on this. Yeah, so either way, that's my guess. Obviously, I don't know how it works, so I can't really cover it properly. But we'll move to the other stuff that we can. We've got an input, which allows insertion of fluids and pipes. That doesn't seem right. Input pipe. Why does you put fluid in pipes? Why did you do that? Okay, so we'll try this then, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. Instruction under control. Okay, alrighty then. That makes sense. Okay. Can we just do this then? That's not it. Output. Where is it? There we go. Wrong one. Come on. Ah, come on. It's tricky, isn't it? Ah. Come on. Just with block spaces alone, it's very tricky. Okay, maybe not. Something like that. But either way, you connect, I assume, the pipes between each point for the intake, and otherwise. And then go between them. I can only assume, I have no idea. Unfortunately, it was wrong with my mouse. And then finally we have the infinite water source, which allows you to pretty much just have an infinite water source. So I assume you can just get a bucket. Okay. Can we just bucket it? We cannot. Okay, so do we actually have the ability to connect pipes to it? Possibly. Okay, my guess is that it is just an infinite source block, but you can't access it the normal way. You need to from this way. There's no control. I should. No, okay, so that makes sense. My guess is that that needs a controller to work with the tank, but the other does not. Ah, come on. There we go. Yeah, okay, so that wants to fill up. And that wants to fill up, surprisingly enough. So I could get that sent into the system. I couldn't get the other. What is your problem? So yeah, so the infinite water source I can easily use to send stuff into the system. So I've got that as the input. I'll get another controller. I mean, this isn't much of an overview, it's more just a experimenting sort of video, but yeah, I have no idea otherwise, because there's only so much listed on the page that I can go off of. So yeah. But either way, I assume you can just, you know, use certain water from one tank to the other, or from the smaller tank, which is obviously like an external source, to another, rather than two tanks from a mod from another. You obviously withdraw or otherwise input into an actual tank system, or you just go between pipes with these. And the water source is a good way of not only testing but also getting a ton of water to just be sent into said system. That's my guess of what you're really doing, of course, with the mod, but yeah. So get a input and output and just test what we can do with this. So you're not automatically in. We'll want you here, and we'll want you here, and you'll just immediately go in. No, you won't. Do I need a lever for it? No. Alright, so we just get a tank block. Oops. No. Alright, so I need the other side then. So I need to actually have this here, and we'll actually try without that. And see, so that's the input, and that's the output, because I think I got this the opposite way like I wanted. Hang on. No, that is incorrect. Yep, so we do need to put it this way. Yeah, okay, so we do need an input of the tank block there. Had to be sure. And can we technically just use pipes like so and connect to the system? No, or not. Okay, so we do need an actual output here, I assume. Or it's just we need more tanks, because this thing just does not technically recognize it. No? Because I don't have the lever there, probably. Interesting. Oh well. You get the idea. It's very useful, kind of tricky to get working, but I assume this is the correct way, where I've got this one here, it's inserted into here, and we're good to go. But yeah, this is pretty much a testing of how it works. Oh, it has a limitation of 400 blocks. Okay, so I missed that. Don't really high capacity possibilities, and yeah, it's good for moving large quantities of fluids. Thanks so much for watching, and goodbye.